friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this week's video, where I'm talking about another heatless curls hack. You know that I'm already a big fan of the sort of bathrobe tie heatless curls method. Well, the other day I was at work, and one of my colleagues told me about how she does her heatless curls, because her hair is not curly. When I do the bathrobe tie thing, I get really curly hair, which works great for me, but her hair has a much softer wave to it, and it's very nice, and it's definitely a style that some people might like more. So she was telling me about how she does her heatless curls, and she uses 3 rods, one on top of her head, one kind of in the middle, and then one at the back, kind of like a mohawk type deal. And your hair gets wrapped around it, and that's how she does her heatless curls. So naturally, I had to try it. So I purchased this set of 3 on Amazon. There are these just 3 rods. My colleague did specifically tell me that she bought the version of these that come with the buttons on the end instead of the hooks. And she told me to get the hooks because the ones that have like the button or the snap on the end, she said they come apart like crazy. So get the hook ones based on Work Alyssa's recommendation, and the hook around like that. In this pack, you get the 3 of those. You also get a sort of silk scarf to wrap around your hair, but I already have a bonnet, so I just use that. And there are instructions. So I've done this a couple of times now, and I kind of get better at it each time I try it. So let me explain. So what you're going to want to do for this heatless curls method is take kind of like the crown top section of your hair. I included my bangs, and honestly at first I was nervous about it, but it's ended up working really well every time I tried this. They get like a nice sort of a little bit of volume at the root, a nice kind of wave to them. So if you have bangs like me, try them in it. I don't know, but you take that sort of crown top section of your hair and you pull it forward, and then I like to use a hair claw to kind of hold them together in place so that while I'm wrapping the ends, they don't all fall out. And then you hold out the rod and you put your ends of your hair kind of in the middle, and then you wrap it up underneath, like towards your face, you're rolling down. And then as soon as you get to kind of, I guess, the roots of your bangs, you loop the ends of the rod around and you hook them together. Then you're going to want to do, split the rest of your hair in half horizontally. Do that next section. You're going to brush it straight up. It's very difficult the first couple of times, but you'll get the hang of it. Brush it straight up. And then I use a clip to hold it in place and then wrap it around the rod as well. It feels counterintuitive to wrap it down because you feel like those top layers of hair are going to have like a kink that scoops up. That's kind of what was happening in my head, but I promise you, this is the way to do it. Gather the hair, roll it down, put it together, and then that last section, in the videos that I watched in preparation for this, a lot of the other girls flip their heads upside down for the last section and brush it so that they have gravity to help them. I physically can't do that, but if you can do that, great. But I just brush it together in like a sort of ponytail as high as I can at that point, clip it together, roll it down in the roller, and clip it together. And then I put the bonnet on over it and I sleep. This is a method that works really well if you're a side sleeper rather than the bathrobe tie, because if you're a side sleeper, you really can't feel it because they're completely out of the way. If you sleep on your back, it can get a little annoying. But side sleeper, that works. So I sleep with this in, and then in the morning, you can see here, I take it out, and my hair has volume and a nice curl at the ends. And here we are now 12 hours later from when I took them out this morning, and there's definitely still a little bit of curl to the ends of my hair, but it is more of just like a shape thing. There's a little more body at the top, a little more volume, a little more movement, but not a lot of curl. I can't help but wonder if, my hair looks long, but my hair looks long because my body is short and I don't really have a neck, right? If I was a normal-sized person, my hair wouldn't look this long. So I can't help but wonder if when my hair gets longer, if this will create more of a curl look than it does right now. Similar to most heatless curl methods, I think this actually works best on dry hair, because if you do it on wet hair, there's a chance that, especially if you use a bonnet, your hair's not going to be able to dry, right? Because all of that moisture will just be trapped in there. So use it on dry hair. And I have only been using my Olaplex leave-in conditioner. I haven't been using any kind of sort of curl keeping or any kind of styling product in that sense. But I can't help but feel like that would help. If I had I've always wanted to try with pomades and that sort of thing. That world, I don't know anything about that world, but that seems to be the hold curl system that you use is with a pomade. So I'm interested to try that someday, but I haven't done anything like that, and so far so good. Now what I will say is tonight is my sort of second day, right? Because I'm going into tomorrow. So what I'll probably do tonight is just take the crown section, including my bangs, and put it in the little rod thing, because I mean, let's be honest, the lengths of my hair aren't going to get much curlier than this, so it's okay. But it will just help refreshen the sort of boost in my bangs. And then in the morning tomorrow, I can use dry shampoo or whatever if I have to. But it just will help give everything that's kind of at the top here a little revitalization back. This is not a heatless curl fail. It just is a very different look than the past ones that I've done for you. A lot of the heatless curl hacks that I've shown you give a very curly look, or they just don't work at all. This one, I think, it gives a nice, looser look. I can see it working really well with longer hair, or hair that's very processed. My hair isn't that processed anymore, because we're working on the natural color thing, so maybe that also is why it's not holding a curl as well, right? Because it's all natural and healthy and whatnot. Like I said, it's not a fail. I do like the effect that it gives, and I like that it's easy. It only takes me like 5 minutes to put it in, whereas the bathrobe tie takes me forever. But it's a very sort of specific look. I feel like this sort of curliness, or lack thereof, is not for everyone. But I actually do like it, and this is how I've been doing my hair the last week or so, playing with it as much as possible. I'm going to keep playing with it even more, and I'll let you know how I feel as time progresses. I'm interested to know if you have any suggestions, both for either heatless curl hacks or maybe even for products that I can put in my hair to help hold the heatless curls, because my hair is naturally very thick and very straight. So this is like as good as we're going to get it. I used to actually curl my hair with a curling iron when I was younger, and it would still fall out. So, you know, we do what we can. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already, and I will see you next time. Bye!